By now, you've probably seen a couple of videos of the psychopathic cult that runs the world. They're all over in every government. It's not just the ANC that's corrupt. It was our apartheid government that was corrupt. They're saying the same things about England with this Fabian Society network, the Labour government, the same in Australia. They say the same things about Canada. They say the same things about the United States. They say that Trump and Clinton and Biden and all of the people around them, all these tech gurus, these scientists that Epstein had on the island, they're all part of this secret society that runs the world. South Africa, we just know them as the Freemasons or the Afrikaner Broederbond, but they go by many different names. Club of Rome, Bilderberg Group in America, the MI5, CIA, KGB, all the secret societies that all work with the mafia, which is what I'm now discovering. Every country is a mafia state. That's what they're saying. There isn't a country in the world that's not been infiltrated by this Babylonian system of control. It goes all the way back to Nimrod, who they say was the first Freemasonry is a sun worship, satanic cult that infiltrates all governments, all systems of power, the central banking financial system. Everything is infiltrated. And we're now coming to this place where the occult, technology, this nonsense about evolution, it's all coming together now. This new world order that they're selling you is not new at all. It's been coming for 2,000 years. They say that these people are behind every war, every chaos, because they create chaos and then they come with a solution. But it's not just one solution. They'll come from all sides. Communism, capitalism, socialism, every single system. They're infiltrated. And then they come with the solutions. And all they want is for you to have chaos and respond to these things like what's happening around the world. And out of that comes order, the new world order. People were behind the Croatian genocide. I think they were behind the Rwandan genocide. I think they're behind every farm murder in South Africa, this unique phenomenon of farm murders. I think they're behind all the unique phenomenon of school mass shootings in America. They're obviously behind this bizarre choice to bring all these Muslims into England and Europe and Australia, which they know is going to create this type of chaos that we're seeing. I think they're behind those shootings. I think this is what's happening around the world, is that they're creating chaos everywhere. South Africa, we've been having this for a long time because I think South Africa is fundamentally part of this. Fundamentally. I don't think people understand. We were the model. All these secured estates that they've pushed us into. This is the trap. This is the smart cities. This is the peace and safety security that they're going to roll out everywhere. That's what all these new cities like Dubai is also, and Abu Dhabi and all these Saudi Arabia's new fancy cities. If you want to get an idea of just how occult, dark and satanic this movement is, go look at the website praxis.com or .org. There they describe what the cities of the future will look like. They look like things from Star Wars. They look like things from the dark, worlds of all these science fiction movies. This is not a Christian worldview these people have. The opposite. They want to be like gods, like it was in the time of Babylon. And these guys are saying, if you want to know who is behind some crime, some murder, violence, genocide, look at who's benefiting. And look at who is benefiting from these farm murder stories right now in South Africa. Aaron Surutz, who's now everywhere speaking to all of these people, Jordan Peterson, who they also say is part of this. Tucker Carlson, he spoke to all the significant podcasters just like that. Aaron Surutz, there's nobody from South Africa, is now all over the world. The other people are AfriForum, who are benefiting from the story. People invest there to create these universities. There's no way AfriForum can afford all of what they're building with member fees. Okay, somebody gave them money. Some rich billionaire. These people are all working together. They're benefiting from this. They're both creating the narratives, the chaos. I think the murders, the farm murders, this heinous torture, which sounds very similar to the Croatian genocide stories. Go and listen to the Croatian genocide stories. That was just now in 1992, I think. Go listen to that and then tell me you don't recognize the exact same patterns of abuse that our farmers are going through. It's an anti-Christian movement, and the people benefiting from it is Afriforum, Ernst Roots, and now Rob Hurst of the DA. These people, America is going to come help them, save them from the ANC. But they're all working together, all of these people, much darker than what you can ever imagine, what I think most of us are able to tolerate, which is why I'm saying you don't want to move like a sheep with these people, because these people are, in America, they're saying that Catholicism is taking over, not just any kind, fascist, a dictatorship is forming. They say that everybody's part of it. Erica Kirk, Charlie Kirk, J.D. Vance, who I think they're grooming to become the new fascist dictator president. Those people are the same people that says South Africa has a similar trajectory to America, a similar history. And yes, we do. We have Freemasons who've infiltrated Afrikaans institutions from the beginning. I think the whole Voortrekker Monument is a sun worship, Luciferian temple. Same with the Paul Tall Monument. It's got 3 bubbles. The whole thing comes in threes. They represent the 3 pyramids of ancient Egypt. The whole Voortrekker Monument is designed to worship the sun falling on a sundial in a tomb of South Africa. These people control you with magic. Not the kind of magic you think that they tell you in the movies. The kind that is psychologically manipulating you. They use the news. Think about Naspers and the media. Koos Bakker's farm's name is the Babylon's Toren, which is so nice and cute, but it's basically blasphemy, man. They're revealing themselves to you, who these people are, what they believe in, what they use to manipulate society. You know who else is part of this? All of our landlords' dynasties. This is where the money comes from. The gold and the platinum and diamonds comes from here. That's why South Africa is so important to this occult organization. You know, they say that Epstein made his money from warlords in Africa. Epstein analysis says is that Rob Hersoff and his family are the gatekeepers of these types of deals in South Africa and Africa, which is why he also has an investment Africa company, and he's got ties to Leon Black, who is Epstein's financial gatekeeper of his whole financial network. They play both sides. They play communist side. Communist China is part of this. All of that communist system from China is now being rolled out all over the West. The Reformation is dead. King Charles ended it. They have infiltrated every church around the world, removing the element of the Bible prophecy. They don't want you to know about it. They're talking about it. We see Elon Musk, we see Peter Thiel talking about the Antichrist. They want you to think about it, but not in the context that's true. They want you to know their side. It's nothing to be afraid of, this digital technology, this AI government. We're going to give you the solutions to all your problems. At the same time, there's this whole move to build new cities, the cities of the future, smart cities. But it's not just Johannesburg where these things are going to be built. I think Paul is one of those places. I mean, the Huguenot monuments, these things are all Freemason temples. They worship Satan. They don't call it that, but we know. You just have to do your research. This is the end of democracy. This is the end of choice. This is the end of freedom for everybody. There is a new world order. It will now be implemented with technology. If you do not want to be part of this, we're proposing that we get as many farms as possible. We completely withdraw from these systems. Yes, it's going to be hard. It's going to be like every dystopian movie you've been watching. But if we can get a lot of land, we can escape this. You won't be able to escape it forever, but for a period of time. You don't want to be anywhere near Cape Town. The entire Western Cape is Babylon. Remember, Babylon was an amazingly beautiful place. It was technology and everything was just amazing. But it was death for everybody. Everybody there will die eventually. You don't want to be anywhere near Johannesburg. That's where Helen Zille is the goddess, the divine goddess who's going to raise the city of Johannesburg out of the ashes like a phoenix. This is what these people believe in. That's what she's doing there. That's what this whole move with Waras's murder is about. It's about creating safety, security, just like they did in Cape Town. That's where this started. South Africa is actually at the forefront of these things. We just didn't realize it because they were doing it right under our noses. Now it's being rolled out all over the world, all over the Western world, because the East, the whole of India is captured by Modi, nationalist, fascist movement beginning there. Communist China will have ownership of that part of the world. Russia, we've seen how Putin's behaved over the last 20 years. Those places are gone. The Middle East has had this transformation since the Arab Spring, which, I think these Freemasons were behind as well. Those places are gone. It's over. Central Africa with Traore grabbing a lot of power, and Rwanda, its president also visiting the Pope. These people they've already set in motion. Southern Africa, which Aaron Roots is telling you is like a vast landmass, he's selling that idea in the north. You'll see the Club of Rome has proposed 10 kingdoms, of which Southern Africa is one. Aaron Roots is coming with a solution. I think they've groomed him for this very reason, as is Rob Herself, and as he's using all these truth reporters to sell you the same idea. The 10 kingdoms is forming right now. Europe, Russia, Middle East, Northern Africa, Central Africa, Southern Africa, Australia, Australasia, India and Southeast Asia, South America, North America. This is happening. You are not able to escape it. There's just one way out. We get farmland, grow our own food, less technology, we exit the system. Sign up so we can start working on this.